next thing on the context menu list is the tools. If we click on tools and you look at the menu, you'll see select, pen, calligraphy pen, crayon, highlighter, text pen, creative brush, paintbrush, magic pen, sharp, eraser, line, shape, regular polygons, irregular, fill, and text. Well, I'm going to go ahead and tell you straight up, we're not going to deal with any of this because you're going to more than likely be using it all from right here out of your tool panel. The tool panel contains all the same functions. You just need to learn where they're at. If we look at this, you have a select. What that does is give the cursor. But here's your shapes. This is your polygons. You can come in, choose whatever you want. You can choose a rectangle. We can choose to make it a color. Well, this is the fill color. I want to give it a blue one, and I want it to have a red border. And as you see, you can do whatever shape you want. Circles, squares, and you can choose your fills, everything that you want. When you click on the little arrow here, what this will do is it will show you all the other shapes that you can have. Here are your bubbles for thought and speaking, plus do an edit on that, delete that, start over. You have a check and a plus, heart, up arrow, which, the arrows, doesn't matter how you do it, because once it's on there, you can change that arrow around to be any direction you want to, any size you want it to be, just by dragging it out. Also, from your basic shapes, you can change the line styles on them, different thicknesses, different styles for the lines, and also you can set your transparencies. Come over here and click on this. I'm going to come over and click on transparency, and I'm going to up the transparency, and now you have it as a highlighting tool. So you can do a lot of things just with that. Next, when you go across, is regular polygons. Just all of your different polygons. It works the same way with colors, lines, transparencies. Shows everything here. After that, you have your fill. You need an object and you want to fill it all in. Choose that, come to the object, click on it. If you want to create a background color, just click in the open background, and there it goes. Okay, after the fill, we also come back down here. You see an eraser. Of course, the eraser goes with anything that you do for writing, so we're not going to show that quite yet. Lines, making lines for whatever you need to. If you need to make graphs or grids, you can do it this way, or you can use some of the math functions and stuff that are there. I will show a thing with GeoGebra that's built into this so that you don't have to do this. You have ones that are interactive. Your text, before I get into text, let's go ahead and clean this up. How can we clean this up? Simple. First thing to do is go back to select, just back your cursor, comes through, drag over top of it, and hit delete, and it's gone. Alright, text. Click on that, and you see how it opens out. You have the different text sizes that you can choose here. You have your different fonts that you can work with. Font size, I'm going to go ahead and pump it up to a 36 just because I want to have a green font. And we're going to go ahead and click down here, creates a text box, and you can type. Once you've done typing inside of it, come up, click on the select, and now it's an object and you can move it. When you're also inside of this, you can come over, you can have your word selected, you can put it to bold, italics, underline all the stuff that you see in any word processor, your alignment, and right here you have some more text options. You have your strike through, subscript, superscript, square root symbols. Check your spelling. So if you've done an entire paragraph of writing, you can have that. You can change how it runs. You can do bullet lists, decrease and increase your indents. So everything is right here that you need for any of the writing. Okay. As far as right there with this other, as you can see, it's set sizes that are already in there. So you can change it. It's also set fonts that you can look at. Just a quick way of changing stuff. So, and that's all there is to it for the text. Alright, very quickly for the pens. Okay, whenever you click on pen, this is the same thing as if you were at a smartboard or a smart panel and picked up the pen. It would react and you could start writing. Well, with this you have to pick up the pen and do this. Now, if you are using one of these smart televisions that has an overlay on it, you don't have a pen, you actually have to come here and open your pens up to write inside of a smart notebook. Now, your other pens that you have, if you want to change your colors, are right here. And if you want to do different types of lines, that is right here. You also have a calligraphy pen. The calligraphy pen is really cool because it allows you to do calligraphy as if you had a calligraphy marker. So you can get a little fancy and do stuff. Crayon. If you're doing something with young students, this might be a choice that you would use. I'm going to go ahead and grab another color. And it looks like a crayon. You can also use this if you have a picture you were coloring with the students. You can color in. Also remember you can change the thickness of your line so that you can cheat when you're coloring. Same thing when you're doing any writing, you can change your line thickness. Go back. Also, for crayon, you have a highlighter, so if there's words out there you want to highlight to draw attention to, this is what you would use. You can choose any color, and you can also choose any thickness of line, just like you can with any pen. Text pen. Should turn things into text. And if it is right, you can always just click on it until it's correct. If it was wrong, you can click on it until it no. You also notice when I clicked on the text there, it brought up the text editor. So if you have anything you ever need to change, you can just click on it and it will do that. You double click on it, it'll go straight back in. Okay, another thing is you have your creative pen. Creative pen has different things that it will do. It will spray paint, do a function they call bubble gum, draw stars. You can also even use these for stamps if you need to. Flowers. You get the picture. So those are all the creative pens. Next you have your paintbrush. What your paintbrush does is emulate painting. If you make a stroke with a brush, you can see how it does. And like all things, you can change the size. You can change the colors by coming over here. There are some set colors right here, but you have a larger selection right here. Now moving along with your pens, we come down to the Magic Pen. The Magic Pen is one of my favorites because it's like magic. You can use it to create a spotlight by drawing a circle. Give it a second. And you have a spotlight. This way you can emphasize anything that's out there with it. If you need a bigger one after you've made the first one, you can come to the edge and drag it. And when you're done using it, you just simply click on the X and it's gone. If you create a square, it will create a magnifying glass. You can increase magnification, and you can increase the size of it to see whatever you want. And you click inside, and it will let you move it around. Fairly neat tool. It's really neat if you are looking into pictures and stuff and you want to get deep into the detail with the kids. You can use this kind of like being a detective and showing them how to search down into it. Okay, with the shape recognition pen, this one's great. I don't know how many of you are gifted and talented enough to be able to draw a perfect circle. I was never one of those people, but with this, I can give it my best shot, and it gives me a perfect circle. Triangle, rectangle, square. So it's a big help for that. And that concludes all the tools that you have on your tool panel or that is located within the tools here. As I've said, it's a lot easier just to come through and use these tools right here than it is to use the drop down on the contextual menu. One thing to look at that we didn't go over yet was the eraser, and the reason why is because we're going to use it for cleanup. You can either sit here and erase everything, or there's a faster way to erase. It's by drawing a circle around everything and clicking in the middle of it. Now, anything that you put out here that are polygon shapes or just regular shapes, you cannot erase with an eraser. Only things that come from the pens or from writing. So, do you remember how to get rid of those? We can select all, and then we can click delete on our keyboard, or you see the X right over here. This X is a delete. You can click on that, or up here on your contextual or up here on your contextual menu, you can find it and delete there. It's just simply easier to select them all that way and click on delete. Now we're going to go down and look at the tabs on the left hand side of the screen where you will find the other features of Smart Notebook.